All right, so I'm going to go over some practice questions from chapter 8.1. So this is what I'll be uploading. Hopefully you can see everything without any issue. I'll zoom in on some parts if we need to. So here we have 8.1 questions 1 through 6, where they just want to find the focus, directrix, and focal width. So we are given, we're going to do this now here, so I'll just write them out here. Number 2, we have y squared equals negative 8x. Number 4, and that's honestly too long. Number 4, we have x plus 4 squared equals negative 6 y plus 1. And then number 6, we have 5y squared equals 16x. So this, hey, blank screen. So let me go back. They want it again. Vertex, focus, directrix, and focal width of the parabola. Now the vertex should be straightforward. Focal width is also pretty straightforward as well. So we have vertex, focus, directrix, and focal width. Now from the PowerPoint, focal width is going to be easiest because it's the absolute value of 4p, which in this case, this right here is equal to 4p. This right here is equal to 4p. First we got to divide by 5. That right there is equal to 4p. So we just take the absolute value of whatever number's beside x or the parentheses here. So that's going to be pretty easy. It's that's a value of negative 8, which is 8. Done. Focal width is the easiest one of all. Vertex, since there's no parentheses here, we know vertex to be 0, 0. The focus, in this case, since this is opening up sideways and is opening to the left, we know this because it's negative, and it's y squared, so we know it's going to open this direction. Okay. So the focus is going to be, let me change that because it opens up on the vertex. There you go. So focus somewhere over here, directrix somewhere over here. And the focus is just the change in x here. So it's going to be negative p in this case. So since p 2 times, negative 2 times, since negative 2 times 4 is p, that's going to give you negative 2, 0. Directrix is going to be a vertical line. Again, how do we know it's a vertical line? Because it opens up horizontally. Directrix has to be a vertical line. And it's x equals the opposite of this, 2. So, number 2, there's your answers. Again, there's no parentheses, so vertex is 0, 0. The focus is basically just the change, is the p-value. Again, if you took your notes from the PowerPoint, you have everything you need for this. So since it's always 4 times p gives you this number, 4 times negative 2 gives you that number. So focus is negative 2, 0. If this wasn't 0, this is what we would do. We would take away 2 from the vertex. And then your directrix is the opposite side of that. It's that this is negative 2, this is positive because we're starting at 0. So x equals 2. Focal width I've already explained. All right. Same thing here. Here we're opening up down because, again, this is negative, so we're opening down. It should look something like this. And it's not going to be opening up on vertex. In fact, it's going to open up on, rid of this, negative 4, negative 1. So negative 4, -1. That's where it's going to open up. Okay, so vertex -4, -1. And that means the focus is somewhere below this value, so I'm going to take away from the y value. So if 4p is equal to -6, p is equal to -3/2 or -1.5. So I'm going to take away 1.5 from this. Focus is going to be -4, -2.5. The directrix is again going to be a horizontal line because this is opening up down, horizontal, or opening up vertically. So it's y equals, and I'm going to add 1.5 to -1. So it's going to be -1 plus 1.5, go the opposite direction. That would be 0.5. Okay, is your directrix. And I already mentioned that the focal width is the absolute value of this number right here. So I'm just going to do FW is equal to, see, easy stuff really, right? Super easy. And again, I know it's me saying this, and I know you're tired of me. So number 6, same setup. Let's do this. I'm tired of seeing black. Let's do this in this color blue. I already mentioned that this, I'm going to write it as y squared is equal to 16 over 5x. So that means my vertex is at the origin, 0, 0. My focus, and again, it is opening up horizontal, it's opening up to the right at the vertex. Okay, so focus, directrix, all right, which means the focus is going to be positive this time. It's going to be on the x-axis, and again, to find it, I'm going to take this number and divide by 4, and that's going to give me 4/5 or 0.8. The directrix is on the other side, vertical line, so x equals -0.8. And I already mentioned the absolute value of this is your focal width. So focal width is the absolute value of 3.2. Or just 3.2. Alright, so it starts us out pretty nice. So let's clear this. Screen. Match the graph with the equation. So again, this is going to be opening up, down, left, or right. So really, you just have to know, what does it mean to be opening up to the left? Well, that means it's y squared, and it has a negative x. That's number 9. Number 9 is A. This one's opening down, so it's x squared with a negative y. So that's 8. 8 is B. Opening up with a positive y, so x squared with a positive y, it's 7, so 7 is C. And therefore 10 has to be D. Okay, again, opening to the right means y squared. Because it's to the right, it's a positive x. Now, here is the question that you're probably going to get more than anything, which is starting with 11 and on, which is to create the equation based off this information. And I'm probably not going to have you graph any of these. Okay, you're tired of graphing. We're not going to do any graphing. Okay, so I'm going to really stop you at 29 for the homework. So your homework is going to be 1 through 5, and then 11 through 29 odd. So you already know what your homework is. Okay, so they want us to write the equation based on the information. Now, all the equations that say vertex at 0, 0, so all the way down to number 20 or number 19, means that all I'm going to do is I'm going to either use, so let me write this down so we can see it. Okay. So, either we are going to use x squared equals 4py, or we're going to use y squared equals 4px. And again, how do we know that? Well, we look at the vertex and the directrix and the focus and see what's changing. Okay, if x is changing, that means it's opening up left and right. So x changes. That's not right. So there we go. X changes. Okay, that means it's opening either left or right. So we're using this function. If Y changes, that means it's either going to open up or down. We're using this function. Right. Now, the only thing left to determine is the p-value. So, two things here, and so we're going to write this down. Two things for the p-value. If we're given the vertex and either the focus, right, or the directrix, right, this will give us positive p, this will give us negative p. Okay, if we're given vertex and focus, we can find positive p. If we're given vertex and directrix, we can find negative p. Okay, so anyway, if we're given the focus and directrix without the vertex, then we're given p. That'll give us 2 times p. And if we're given the focal width we already know to be the absolute value of 4p. So we can find p. All right, the downside is it says left, that means p is going to be positive. Right p is positive, left p is negative, down p is negative, up p is positive. So you'll have to deal with that. So that's what we're going to do for basically 11 through 19. Let's get started with number 12 because you're doing 11 through 19. I'm going to clear the screen. Well, I'm going to get rid of some. Let me get rid of. All right, so we're going to do number 12 here. So we're given the vertex and the focus is 2. So again, it is helpful to graph this. All right, vertex is 0, 0. The focus is 0, 2. So that means it's going to open up, which means we're using this. And again, you can see what's changing here. The y value is changing. Y1, Y2. The y value is what's changing. So p is equal to 2. P is positive because it's opening up. All right. If p would be negative, it was opening down. So we have everything we need to make the equation. Whether we know that it's going to be x squared. P is 2, so 8 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And y, we know that's the answer, number 11. Okay. See, these are really not too bad to do. All right. Let's look at number 14. We're given the vertex and the directrix. This. Go down. I'm going to zoom in everything. All right. Here we go. We are given the number 14. Let me just go ahead and clear everything. Should have those forms written down. All right. We're given the vertex is 0, 0, so we know, again, we're using either x squared and y squared. There's no parentheses, and no h and x, no h and k. The directrix is negative 2. So again, it is helpful to graph this. The vertex is 0, 0. The directrix is x equals negative 2. That's the directrix. Means if I go the opposite direction, the same distance, I get my focus. So it's going to open to the right. So this means p is equal to a positive 2. My function should be y squared is equal to 2 times 4, so 8x. And there we go. Right? Number 16, we're given focus and directrix. So let's look at what that would look like. So number 16 is number 16. We have focus and directrix. So again, it does help to, again, you don't have to perfectly plot because I'm never going to. So focus is at -4, 0. So that's x is -4, 1, 2, 4, 0. Directrix is at x equals 4. Okay. And so directly in between these is going to be the vertex. The vertex is at 0, 0, and it's opening to the left. So P is a -4. Because again, what's the distance from here to here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So opening left, so it's negative. So it's y squared, because it's opening left, equals -16x. All right. See, not too bad. Honestly, this is going to be the nice part. Nice lesson of the day. Okay. Really doesn't get much harder. Okay. It does help to graph. I know I could hear it now. The collective moans, I don't want to graph. Do it. It makes it so much easier. Okay, and again, are these graphs perfect? No, they're super easy to do. Right? Come on. Not that bad. So, and again, you don't have to, but I'm going to say here. So we were on number 18. Oh. Number 18, we were given the vertex, opens to the left. So the vertex is 0, 0, opens to the left. So we know P is negative. And since we know, not negative, 1, negative. Since we know that the focal width is 12, the absolute value for P is equal to 12, right? Which means P has to be 3. And since P is negative -3, and plus or minus 3. Either one would work there. So P has to be -3 because it opens to the left. 1, 2, 3, that would be my focus. My directrix would be x equals 3. So my function is y squared, because it opens to the left, equals -3, and I really just negative that, -12, x. Done, done, done. Okay. Okay, I think we got number 20. Let's skip on down to where we don't have a vertex at 0, 0. So let's look at number 22, which is the focus. Again, I'm going to graph these as best as possible. So the focus is at -5, 3. So -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Again, who cares if it's perfect? We just need to know if it opens up, down, left, or right. The vertex is -5, 6. So go up. That's the vertex. So it's going to open around the focus. Okay. So it's going to open down, which means it's going to be x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. Okay. So since we already know the vertex is -5, 6, we already know that it's going to be x minus a -5, so x plus 5 squared equals 4p times what? Y minus 6. Now we just have to find what's the change from the vertex to the focus. 1, 2, 3. So P is 3. It's opening down, so P is a -3. So my final answer is x plus 5 squared, -12, equals -12 minus 6. So let me clear this. Another one. Let's see. We did number 22. All right, focus and directrix, really the same. Instead of giving vertex, we're giving focus and directrix. So 24. Again, graph as best as possible. Focus is 2, -3, so 1, 2, 1, 2. directrix is 5. Okay, it's pretty far up there. The directrix is x equals 5, so I'm going the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. This is the directrix. Okay. Now, the really fun thing is my vertex is halfway in between here. Since this is 2, -3, and this is 5, what's halfway between 2 and 5? Well, if you add them together and divide by 2, 2 plus 5 over 2 is 3.5. That is my vertex. Isn't that nifty? So, my vertex is 3.5, -3. You want to write it as a fraction, 7 over 2 is fine too. And then all I have to do is find the p-value, since p is 1.5, because that's the rate of change between here and here, so 1.5. And it's opening up to the left. P is -1.5. So, plugging everything in, we have, since opening left, y minus k squared equals 4 times p x minus h. Plugging in 4 times -1.5 is -6. So we get y minus a -3, so plus 3 squared equals -6 times x minus 3.5, or minus 7 over 2. I'd rather leave it as a fraction just because I'm me. Okay, and there's my answer for number 24. So, this, do just a couple more. Now, vertex and directrix, that should be pretty easy, but let's look at it anyway. 26, doesn't hurt to look. 26, vertex 3, 5. So 1, 2, 5. The directrix is y equals 7. So 1, 2, say horizontal line, y equals 7. So that means that it's opening down, it's opening away from the directrix, and the distance is 2. So 1, 2. So down 2, my p is -2. Vertex is what? 3, 5. So opening down means x h squared equals 4p y minus k. Since p is -2, it's going to be -8. X minus, what's the vertex? 3, so x minus 3 squared, y minus 5. And we are done. Okay. I'll do one more of these down here. They're pretty simple. They give you a P and they tell you if it opens up or down. Honestly, I don't think I even need to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need to do one. You know who you are. (28). So vertex is -3, 3. So we already know what the vertex is. H and K is -3, 3. Focal width is 20, so P is equal to, since this is equal to absolute value of 4P, P is equal to plus or minus 5. Since it's opening downwards, minus 5. So, -3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, opening down. Okay, means it is x squared, not squared there, x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. We already know h and k, and we already know p. So plug everything in. X minus a -3 is plus 3 squared equals -20 y minus 3. So that gives you plenty of examples for the homework. Again, the homework is 1 through 5 odd, then 11 through 29 odd. Okay, so get started. I'll open up a new assignment on Thursday because I can't do anything on Friday. Friday technically is a holiday, even though I can, because who cares? You just don't have to get it done until whenever you're done anyway. So I'm going to open up another assignment on Thursday, and then we'll just have one more assignment. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could do really whatever you want, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is basically just start giving you final reviews. Yeah, what we're going to do. Final review. Okay. There's not much left. Stay safe, wash hands. You know the drill.